Hello and welcome to this global virtual career expo hosted by Avia Solutions Group. My name is Michael Jonga and I'm delighted to be your host today. Now, we're being joined by hundreds of people from around the world and, of course, by our expert speakers panel from airlines and companies across Avia Solutions Group. And today, our event will be an interactive event where you can ask your questions. So before we start, I want to make sure you're all logged into our Slido.com event page. Just go to Slido.com and use the event code #CareerExpo24, and you can submit your questions at any point during this event, and we will get through as many questions as possible. Make sure to include the name of the company you would like to direct your question to within your questions. So we're all set now, and let's meet our speakers panel. Today we'll hear from a range of speakers from across the group's companies and airlines, which includes Avion Express, AirExplore, SmartLynx Airlines, KlasJet, Technics Indonesia, and Skylland. All our speakers will give an overview of the companies and share insight into what makes them the perfect place for you to start or continue your career in aviation. So to open our event now with a keynote speech, I'm delighted to welcome and introduce Inga Stenjune, the Chief HR Officer of Avia Solutions Group. Today, the group is a global leader in ACMI, MRO, training, ground handling, and passenger and cargo services, with a fleet of over 200 aircraft and a global team of over 12,000 professionals. We'll hear more from Inga about the event's focus today on people, the focus of the event, and insight into career opportunities available across the group. So without any further ado, Inga, over to you.
Thank you, Michael. And hello, everyone. So it's already the second time when we're sharing our experience with the audience about Avia Solutions Group growth plans and the career opportunities. As it was mentioned, today you will be introduced to our main business segments in our portfolio. So you're going to hear stories and presentations about aviation logistics and distribution segment, and the second one, which is the largest as well, the aviation support services. So mainly, we are focusing here and today on the aviation logistics and distribution and the ACMI companies. And with a fleet of, as Michael mentioned, 214 aircrafts, we take a pride of being number one capacity provider to the airlines worldwide. It is very important to mention, since the biggest revenue growth and the biggest revenue generator is the Europe region, you can notice on this map those yellow dots where the offices are located and where we are able to support our clients in terms of the business, services and different business services, which is very important. These yellow spots actually represents that we can support you at any question that you are interested. We can support you with the career, we can support you with the consultancy. So nevertheless, that currently we are more concentrated in the Europe region, so we are expanding our services quite fast into the other regions. South America and Asia, with the countries such as Mexico, Brazil, the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, or the Thailand, are becoming more and more popular for the ACMI companies and MRO businesses. And this is a very important message for those who are interested into the career opportunities within Avia Solutions Group. The year 2023 was magnificent for us in terms of the finance. We earned 68 million euros of the net profit, and we were able to maintain the BB credit rating, which is confirmed by financial institutions. And this actually leads that we are very well balanced and very well organized organization and the group of the companies. Behind the scenes, actually, I want to mention that without the human capital, there is no further growth. There is no consistent growth, which is very important. So over the fall last year, we managed to double our headcount, And I'm really proud to say that having such a growth and rapid growth, we are able to maintain our HR policies integrated across all the group and across all the countries and companies. For example, the engagement survey, which is the voice of our employees, has been released already for the 7th year in a row. And this year, I'm really proud to share with all you that our employees are 73% engaged into the further development of our company processes and business. And as well, they are saying that 73% they are maintaining and wish to keep the long-term relationship within an organization, which is really nice and important number. As well, I want to mention and I want to highlight that during the last year, we had more than 500 promotions within the group. This means that we are able as a group to grow and to promote our employees. We are here to see, to appreciate, to mention that you are great and that you are doing a great job. So, as a company and as a group of companies having offices in 68 countries, we maintain and we value the same policies and procedures, the same qualities in terms of employee appreciation programs and the leadership trainings. So, there is already known across the group companies that the leadership programs are these topics that are highly anticipated as a learning experience. And just recently, we added a new initiative which is called a Women Mentorship Program, which is also quite widely spread across the organization and the group as such. Here in this slide, I want to also just to emphasize on a very important appreciation program, which is already was delivered and was given for more than, I would say, 10 years already. It's Employee Award Ceremony. It's a special ceremony which is held every year during the annual leadership meeting, and usually we award 10 top employees of the group and the 5 rising talents. So on this slide and on the picture on the right, you can see these tokens proving that these 10 employees, they have been contributing to the company's growth, to the group growth for the last year as a significant part. And I would like to conclude my presentation with a also very important topic, which is the Brand Ambassador Initiative. And why it's important? Because in this sense, people start to share their experience without any asking of a company, without any actually no further notice from the managers. So basically, this is more than 150 enthusiasts from all over the world, all over the group. They started to share how happy they are working within the group, how happy they are dealing with an aviation business. So they promote values, they promote business, they promote the company as such. So, as you are all here, join this event, join this Career Expo, I may say that you're already one step forward to start your career with an Avia Solutions Group. So, and I hope that you took a very comfortable seat for the upcoming 2 hours and you will enjoy the stories of our group companies. So, I wish you an insightful time. And Michael, over to you.
Well, Inga, thank you for your introduction and overview of the group and its scope of operations. I'm sure that we can all see how the group and its companies are in a period of growth with exciting times and career opportunities ahead. We will now transition to the first company of our event. Now, a key component in the successful daily operation of an aircraft or an airline is the maintenance performed by both base and line maintenance organizations. FR Technics Indonesia is an FAA Part 145 certified subsidiary of FR Technics, which is a global provider of integrated aircraft maintenance, repair and overhaul services with approvals in Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, Cambodia, Laos and Bermuda. The company, which performs full C and D checks as well as maintenance on Airbus A320 and Boeing Classic and NG family aircraft, operates a 20,000 square meter hangar and office space with a team of over 400 experts at the Soekarno-Hatta International Airport in Jakarta, which is emerging as one of Asia's MRO hotspots. Joining us now is Sangeeta Trisna. She's the Chief HR Officer, and Drobikra Djordjevic, Chief Production Officer, and they'll dive into the world of MRO and the company's operations and the next steps that you can take for your career within the MRO network. So, Drobikra, over to you.
Thank you very much, Michael, for your very nice introduction. So, as you mentioned, FL Technics Indonesia is a global independent MRO. We are part of Avia Solutions Group, and our headquarters are back in Europe. We are established in Indonesia back 2016, and as you mentioned, we are holding a lot of approvals, different authorities, etc. Okay, FL Technics overview. What we can say about it's that FL Technics provides full range of MRO and related solutions for more than 20 years, leveraging an independent global network and infrastructure, including headquarters in many countries such United Kingdom, Scotland, Indonesia, Canada, Hungary, Germany, Italy, Lithuania, United Arab Emirates, and Dominican Republic. Key services areas in which FL Technics participate the most is base maintenance, following by line maintenance, engine airframe and material services, aircraft engineering, design and production, technical trainings, logistics solution, wheel and brake solution, and engine repair shop. FL Technics infrastructure is very broad and spread all over all the world. So we can start with Canada, in which recently we acquired some line maintenance operations. Then very soon probably will be in Dominican Republic, one of our hangars. We are very spread in Europe, basically heart of the MRO operations, then through the Asia, Middle East, and of course Southeast Asia, where we are belong. So as you can see on this map, we have a lot of facilities, over 100 line maintenance, and we do have the hangars in Vilnius, Lithuania, Kaunas, Lithuania, Stansted, UK, Preston, UK, Jakarta, Indonesia. I can say we are operating as well 2 hangars in Bali, and one is on the way, about which we'll talk much later. And of course, Porto Cama, Dominican Republic, which is under development. Our clients are, of course, all Southeast Asia clients, starting with Teresia, all affiliates from Thailand, Philippines, and Cambodia. Even at the moment, we are performing, and this will be first aircraft which will be engaged in Cambodia Air Asia. So following with Basaka and Bangkok Air, ANA, Cardig, Qantas, Lion Air Group of all basically Indonesian and all Southeast Asia operators. Basically, we are supporting as well all cargo airlines all around actually Southeast Asia. FL Technics Indonesia overview. As Michael mentioned, we are having more than 400 professionals delivering projects with industry leaders across Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia, and North America. And we are part of global membership of strategic membership, number of aviation organizations, including EASA, AITP, AST, and other local approvals. As Michael already mentioned, from our side is United States of America, which now we just received it. We can say proudly that we now today received FAA approval for our Bali station, Bali facility. Then we have Bermuda, Cayman, Laos, Philippines, South, basically all Southeast Asia. Certified capabilities, of course, Part 145. We do have Part 147 as well. And in our headquarters, we have Part Camo, Part 21, Part 66, GCA, Part 21 in UA, and Part 145. Based in line maintenance capabilities, we are focused on our streamline, which is narrow bodies. So this is the aircraft on which we are working. It's Airbus A320 family. We call it Classic or CEO, which is with all the older engines like CFM56 and V2500. Of course, we as well maintain and making, I hope, so happy our customers to have capability for Airbus 320 family Neo with engines Pratt& and Whitney 1100G and of course LEAP engine. From Boeing side, we are maintaining Boeing 737 Classic, which is quite old aircraft, but still in this part of world, we still do have some customers which are using, and of course NG with the CFM56 engines. Okay, what you should bring in our business is very important in base maintenance, line maintenance to have the approved licenses. So you need to be licensed engineer, or in Indonesia we do have the mechanics actually which are coming out of school with already license, which we call here A1, A4 or C1, C2, C4. So ICAO license and EASA is of course preferred. We do have some guys here with us which are EASA approved. Type rating, which we prefer to you to have, is Airbus 320 with, as I mentioned, engines V2500, CFM56, Pratt& Whitney 1100G, and LEAP, and of course Boeing 737 NG and MAX. Other requirements is like standard requirements in our business, that experience statement, company authorization, log books for the 6 months in the previous 2 years in order to be current on the type. Hiring plans, as we mentioned that we are operating in Denpasar and Cengkareng. So I will say that in Denpasar, 250 plus guys which will work in maintenance related departments. We are heavily engaged with hiring and looking for the young talents. So please contact us. We will be more than happy to answer on any questions. And 100 plus colleagues in Cengkareng, Jakarta, where we expect in 2025 to start building another facility with 30,000 square meters area. And of course, in Bali, we are expecting somewhere in July to accomplish our, we call it C hangar. We are now operating in A and B hangars, which are around 10,000 square meters in total. And the C hangar will be with offices more than 12 to 13,000 square meters. At this moment, I will pass presentation to Sangeeta, my colleague. So take it over. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dobrisa. Hello, everyone. Greetings from the heart of Indonesia, a land well known for its breathtaking tropical beauty. Now we are talking about the vision, mission, and values, which is important and the foundation on how we go day by day in our working life. So, what is our vision? FL Technics wants to be the first choice for people, partners, and society. Obviously, we want to be the best employer for people, the preferred partner for customers, as well as contributing to the society. And our mission is shaping a safer aviation world, which we think it's important because we make aircraft fly. And the last thing we can think is safety has to be our priority. And values, these are not just words on the screen. Values are the guiding principles that drive everything we do here at FL Technics Group. So values are something that drives us on how we see ourselves, how we show to people who we are. First up, ambition. We aim high, always striving for excellence. We are proactive, not reactive, and we know that building a reputation takes time and effort, but it's worth it. Next is progress. It's not just about moving forward. It's about encouraging improvement every step of the way. We are committed to developing ourselves and helping others grow along the journey. The third one is teamwork. It's more than just working together. It's about respecting each other, listening to different opinions, and sharing information openly and honestly, because we know that collaboration breeds success. And the last one for our values is competence. It's about understanding how today's action impacts tomorrow's result. It's about getting things done, acting with integrity, and sustaining our professional reputation day in and day out. So, who we are working at FL Technics here in Jakarta and Bali Hangars. We are not just a company, we are a family dedicated to the highest standards of MRO. First is about beauty of the MRO. We are the core people who ensure the aircrafts are flying. Global exposure, it means that FL techniques are literally everywhere around the globe, not only in Indonesia, but also in Europe, America, as mentioned by Dobrisa just now, Asia Pacific, Australia, and Africa, except in Antarctica. And aviation industry, where passion meets purpose. At FL Technics, aviation is more than just a job. It's our passion and the driving force behind our success. Every aircraft that takes to the skies tells a story of dedication, expertise, and excellence. We are well known, and a lot of opportunities are available here. The last one is grow to glow. It's a beautiful phrase. We believe in nurturing our employees' potential and investing in their growth. Our Grow to Glow goal is centered around providing access to continuous learning and development opportunities. So, as part of Grow to Glow, we are committed to nurturing the learning journey for our people. For example, as mentioned by our esteemed colleague, Carla Miti Jane. Miss Jane is the head of sales and business development. So starting from professional journey, ending in the leadership and personal journey, those are who are joining FL Technics Indonesia since we started the company in 2016 has shown their career enhancement and personal growth, which we're really proud of. So what we offer. First and foremost, we understand the value of people, your expertise and experience. That's why our compensation package is tailored to reflect that, depending on your background, your certifications and working experiences, the types of aircraft you're familiar with if you are applying for certifying staffs. So our salary range is quite competitive. We also offer private health insurance, not just for you, but for your family members as well, because your peace of mind is important to us. And for those moving to our Bali hangar, we provide a generous accommodation allowance so you can focus on settling in our company and making the most of your new adventure in Bali. Our hiring process is quite simple. First up, we have the application stage. This is where you will submit your resumes through our online portal. Make sure to highlight your skills and your experiences relevant to the position you are applying for. Once we receive your application, our hiring team will review them carefully. If you meet the initial criteria, we will invite you to an online interview. And during the online interview, we will delve deeper into your backgrounds and skill and suitability for the role. And it's a chance for us to get to know you better and for you to learn more about FL Technics Indonesia and position. And then we move on to the offline panel interview. This is where you will meet face to face with the management team. It's more in-depth discussion where we will assess your fit within our company culture and your ability to contribute to our team. Following the panel interview, we will conduct a thorough documentation check. This includes verifying your qualification, references, and any other necessary documentation to ensure compliance with our hiring standard. And finally, if everything checks out, we will extend a job offer to you. So this is our slogan. At FL Technics, we live by this slogan, join the best, the rest is flight. Actually, this slogan embodies the spirit that each of one in FL Technics Indonesia are doing their highest standard, not only in base and line maintenance or planning and engineering unit or workshop unit, but all people are contributing to the success of FL Technics Indonesia. For example, procurement people, sales people, logistic, HR, even cleaning service or facility maintenance staff, aviation security are also recognized for their contribution. We select best people who are passionately delivering best results, and we value them. If you are passionate into aviation, love watching big birds flying in the sky, join FL Technics now. Michael, back over to you.
Well, Sangeeta, Dorika, thank you so much for your insight into the world of MRO and the overview of FL Technics Indonesia's operations. Now, obviously, we're getting a lot of interest from our audience with the number of questions coming in. So we're going to transition over to our Q&A session where we'll be taking questions from the audience. For those of you watching, just go to slido.com and use the event code hashtag CareerExpo24, and you can submit your question there. Now, to start off our Q&A session here, and I'm going to pass this question over to Dobrika. Now, obviously, candidates are always very curious to know about the vision of the company and its direction and where it's going in the future. And so this question here to start us off is asking in particular, what is your vision for the future of the company in the aviation industry and MRO industry? And what opportunities will it offer to prospective employees? So, Dobrika, over to you.
Thank you, Michael. Again, vision and directions of FL Technics Indonesia are very familiar, already mentioned by Sangeeta. If I can say directions, very, very bright. We are developing in each and every segment with Bali facility, where we already operate two hangars and waiting for the hangar C to be established somewhere in July with a total of almost 20,000 square meters. And hopefully 2025, we are expecting to start building another facility of 30,000 square meters in Jakarta. So that's our direction. And then what employees can expect is basically expectations in MRO industry. In MRO industry as industry connected to aviation, basically it's in very good position. Going through the COVID time, if you can go back, MRO industry was sustainable, if I can say, comparing to operators. And it's quite, let's say, lucrative and quite a good potential for the future. MRO, I believe the MRO business has really a good perspective in the next 5 to 10 years with a growing market of airliners from Boeing, from Airbus. So MRO industry will be, I believe, very, very potential for all young talents to come and join us. Mike, back to you.
Fantastic. Now, Debrika, still on this topic of expansion, obviously, in the beginning, there was that mention of receiving that FAA approval expansion to the United States. And looking at the FL Technics MRO infrastructure, there's a lot of development happening there as well. Now, we do have a question from a member of our audience here who's asking about expanding more on some of these upcoming projects and initiatives that candidates might find exciting and interesting. So, Debrika, over to you with this question.
Okay, thank you, Mike, for the question. Yeah, as mentioned, we need young talents. We are looking in Indonesia already for some. We are looking in Europe as well. So each and every development, of course, cannot happen without people. As Sangeeta mentioned, our value is people. We are very oriented to the guys to develop together with us. So as mentioned, Bali is very much on the table. In a couple of months, we will operate together A, B, and C hangars of almost 20,000 square meters, almost equal like Jakarta, and next year for 30,000 square meters in Jakarta. So we will need a lot of manpower. Luckily, in Southeast Asia, we still can find, and for some young talents, aviation business is very exciting and good potential for their development. And we have young guys which are on daily basis coming to us and doing and we are doing interviews and accepting them. So again, guys, young talents, please contact us. We will be more than happy to answer on any questions from your side. Michael, back to you.
Fantastic. Now, Sangeeta, we're going to switch over to you, and maybe a segue. We can start from as part of your presentation and your mission and values. You want to be the first choice for people and for partners. Now, in your presentation, you also mentioned an example of an employee success story with Carmelite Jane. And on this aspect, members of our audience want to know that what is your advice to those who join FL Technics, who also want to advance their career and have a success story of their own? What's your words to them?
Thank you, Michael. So at FL Technics Indonesia, you will be part of a supportive community that celebrate success together, creating core memories during your tenure and building strong connection that beyond the workplace. We strongly believe that a positive and enjoyable work environment will enhance creativity and productivity. It's all about celebrating our team's achievements through the year. FL Technics and Avia Solutions Group organize exciting annual events and engaging team building activities to foster a vibrant and inclusive workplace culture. We take pride in recognizing and appreciating individuals and team accomplishments, no matter how big or small. So join us and let's create success stories together.
Thank you, Sangeeta, for sharing that. And, still on this aspect of prospective candidates, what are some of the qualities and skills that you particularly look for in potential candidates when hiring for MRO-related roles?
Aviation is an industry where you are in a continuous learning journey and you cannot stop learning. You have to recertify. You have to enhance your capabilities by taking for example, type rating trainings. You have to learn how to lead people if you are a leader. So, four qualities that we are looking for above everything else are um, just as I mentioned in our values, firstly about ambition. Are you aiming high? Are you coming with solution, not the problem? Are you flexible enough to understand and adapt to the different needs of partners or colleagues? Secondly is progress. Are you innovating through encouraging improvement? continuous professional and personal development and helping others grow. Um, and let's not forget the third one, teamwork. Are you working collaboratively and sharing knowledge while showing respect and appreciation within the teams? And lastly, competence is non-negotiable. Are you thinking long term? Are you taking ownership and responsibility of the tasks and also get things done? Do you act trustworthy and sustain professional reputation? So if you possess these qualities and are ready to embark on the journey with Apple Technics Indonesia, now is your chance.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And maybe just a closing question here for both you, Debrika and Sangeeta. As this final question, what can people expect to experience once they join FL Technics Indonesia? So, Debrika, let's start off with you.
Okay, thank you, Michael, again. Yeah, we offer to grow together. So basically, all young talents which will join us, we will pay high attention to their development. And Sangeeta mentioned in the maintenance, we do have a lot of trainings. So all trainings are open to everyone. Of course, we are looking for bright guys, for guys who are going to progress in a constant and dramatic way. And then, as Sangeeta as well mentioned, tropical area. So Bali, Jakarta, it's very nice, very enjoyable environment. And FL Technics Indonesia, I can say it's like one big family. So we are all living together, growing together, and glowing together. Back to you, Matt.
And Sangeeta, final words from you?
Yep, joining Apple Technics Indonesia offers the unique opportunity to not only excel your career, but also immerse yourself in the beauty of Bali. To be precise, now in Denpasar, Bali, and so it's a very beautiful island. Um, our location in Bali provides a stunning backdrop for both work and leisure. There is something for everyone to experience and enjoy outside of the hangar. At FL Technics Indonesia, we believe in achieving a healthy work-life balance, and our location in Bali specifically allows our people to recharge and enjoy the cultural richness of this incredible island. And joining FL Technics Indonesia also means becoming part of a multicultural and global company, which is one of our greatest strengths. Our diverse and global team brings together a wealth of perspective, experiences, and talents from all around the world. Therefore, a solid foundation in English proficiency is essential. Clear communication is the key in our multicultural company. So yeah, if you are aiming to be a global team player, join FL Technics Indonesia.
Fantastic. Well, Debrika, Sangeeta, thank you so much for your answers and really giving us a clearer picture of the world of MRO and the spectrum of opportunities that are available for those that join FL Technics Indonesia. We will now turn to the group's airline operations. Now, operating a fleet of 67 aircraft with a Latvian, Estonian, and Maltese AOCs, SmartLynx Airlines is acknowledged globally as a provider of ACMI, cargo, and charter services to leading airlines across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa. With ambitions to expand its fleet to 100 aircraft, SmartLynx operates a fleet of narrow and wide-body Airbus and Boeing aircraft, which includes aircraft types such as the Airbus A320, the A321, the A330, and Boeing's 737 MAX 8 aircraft. Now, joining us to share more about SmartLynx Airlines and insight into its operations is Maria Covadonga. She is the crew recruitment manager, as well as Laura Petrovska, the vice president for production. So, Maria, Laura, over to you.
Thank you, Michael. Well, first of all, thank you very much for joining us today. one more year. And I would like to welcome all the aviation lovers that are connected today with us. And I would like to give you just a short overview of who we are and what we do. Well, basically, SmartLynx have been, it's an ACMI operator, as you mentioned. And for maybe for some of you, this ACMI concept is something that you already know, but for those of you who haven't heard about it, just a short introduction what we do. So we are an ACMI company, meaning that we provide basically to third clients with our aircraft, with our crew, maintenance and insurance. And right now it's the most common way of outsourcing operations. So our clients basically use us for several purposes, such as, for example, testing new commercial routes, just to give them a backup in peak operations, or even if they have some issues of shortages of crews or aircraft, here we are to provide them with this help. First, well, another important thing is that we are no newbies in this market. We have been operating for over 30 years now, and we are here to hit the market as we have been doing for the last decades. And I would like to hand over to my colleague Laura to talk a little bit more about our future plans of growth.
Yes, I'll be talking a bit more about operational aspects for us here at SmartLynx. So yeah, at the moment we are owning 1/3 of European ACMI's market share. So it's a pretty significant piece of the puzzle. And of course, our ambitions doesn't stop there. So as mentioned before, at the moment, this year we'll be wrapping up with 67 to 70 aircraft. So we are operating wide range of different aircraft. And this year we'll be operating 39 A320 family aircraft with passenger configuration. On top of that, 11 A321 freighters, 2 A330s, and 13 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft as well. And our target is to reach 100 units by year 2026. So what does it mean for you if you join SmartLynx? It means that we are growing, we are looking for new talent, and we are looking to expand during the next few years. And yes, of course, to be able to sustain the growth, we are also operating globally. So here you can see just part of our network, which we have at the moment. And it's not the only one places that we are operating. So this year and this season and during closest years, our biggest markets are planned to be in India, Turkey, and Germany. And yeah, as mentioned, we are planning to maintain a strong presence in these markets as well. We have HQ in Riga, Latvia, and we also have 3 international offices in Estonia, Lithuania, and Malta. And all of this is made possible by having 550 office colleagues and more than 1,400 crew members, or as we call them, Wings team. And at the moment, we have more than 85 nationalities, and growing. Yes, and of course, we are working with many global players. So one of them you can see is Indigo. This is the largest airline in India, where we have a huge amount of our aircraft at the moment. At the same time, we also work in Canada with Air Transit, which is leading a leisure airline in Canada. Also, we operate with low-cost airlines as AJet, TUI Fly, most likely might be known to you as well, and DHL in freighter market. So in general, as you can see, there are a wide range of possibilities, not only geographically, because we do operate in different markets, but also professionally, because here at SmartLynx, you can experience working one day in a low-cost airline. On the other day, you can be somewhere across the world, and then coming back, let's say, to leisure travel. So a lot of different things that can be experienced while being with us. And in order to reach 100 aircraft during next few years, of course, we are looking for additional talent to our team, for office staff, as well as for Wings team in the operations. So join us and discover the world. And now I will pass the word to Maria to continue.
Thank you, Laura, very much. Well, I just here to convince you why joining SmartLynx is the smartest choice you can make for your career. So, as my colleague Laura was mentioning before, our presence right now it's basically worldwide, and we operate on behalf of many, not only many different clients, but also very diverse, meaning that for you it's possible without changing the company. If you join us, you will be able to experience whatever type of aviation it's available right now in the world. You can be 1 month flying on behalf of cargo operators such as DHL. After 2 months, you can be operating in Southern East Asia. You can be also experiencing afterwards what does it like or how does it like to operate on winter conditions with air transit. So why choosing only an airline, only one operator, when if you join us, you will be able to experience all the magic in aviation whatever it's available. But nevertheless, we are also aware that professional life is, I mean, our life is not made only by our professional life. And we truly believe that maintaining healthy life and work balance is very important right now. And this is why we are super proud of our kind of newly implemented roster pattern in which you will be able to spend 10 full days off at home every month. So basically our crew members operate 20 days in 1 hour basis, and right after that we send them over back home, meaning that you will be able to maintain your home base. You don't have to relocate, you don't have to look for an apartment, for new schools for your kids, because every single month you will be 10 days, full 10 days at home. And in the meantime, whenever you will be back in the project, we take care about everything, absolutely tickets, ground transport to the airport, accommodation while on the project. So everything is taken care of. Besides, if you're looking to just make your professional life keep growing with you, also in SmartLynx we have plenty of opportunities, not only for experienced pilot but also for cadets. And this is why we have designed a career path in which you can just start as a freshly new graduated fly student and end up being like as we have right now, our training director who joined us years ago as a cadet. So as we keep growing every year, not only we add some additional aircraft to our fleet, but also, of course, our ground team keeps growing. So we are always looking for motivated individuals. We are looking for people who want to make their career grow, and that's why we offer a wide number of positions available within training department. You can join us in recruitment as well. You can become a tier E, a tier I. So the number of opportunities that SmartLynx willing to offer you is absolutely unlimited. And if you want to be part of this dream, just the only thing you have to do, scan this QR code, apply, and we're looking forward to hear from you. And that's pretty much everything about the SmartLynx, just in a nutshell. Thank you very much, Michael, to you for giving us this opportunity one more year. And I hand over to you again.
Well, Maria, Laura, thank you so much for sharing that story and insight and overview into SmartLynx Airlines. I'm sure everyone can see that there are exciting times ahead with periods of growth, and I'm sure we have members of our audience who are looking to taste the world, as one of your slides said, Maria. So again, we'll be taking questions from the audience. Again, just go to slido.com and use the event code #CareerExpo, and we will try and get through as many questions as possible. Now, we're getting a lot of pilot-related questions here. So, Maria, I'm going to start off with you. And again, on this aspect of tasting the world, and you did describe the different number of parts that an individual can take. The first question that we have coming in here is, what are the possible career paths that a new joiner pilot can take with SmartLynx Airlines? So, Maria, over to you with this question.
Thank you very much, Michael. Again, well, basically, as I was mentioning before, as we keep growing, and as part of our DNA is basically to encourage all our pilots, not only the cadets but also the experienced pilots, to take part of this growth, to take part of building up a company bigger and better and smarter every year, and that's why we do offer to all our pilots, even since the day one that they join, the possibility of joining our training department to be part of our ATO as ground instructor. They can also join as CRM instructors. And as I was telling you, one of the things that makes me prouder is that every single individual, every single crew member in SmartLynx is treated equally. So if you qualified for the position, no matter how long you have been with us, your possibilities of keep growing professionally are unlimited.
Fantastic. Now, still on this aspect of pilots, and more in particular, looking at some of the prerequisites that need to be filled for someone to be able to join. The next question we have here is someone who's asking that, are there current opportunities for non-European pilots? So, Maria, over to you again with this question.
Absolutely, Michael. We are, we have widened our opportunities as well for the candidates. As Laura was mentioning before, among our crew members and office staff, we have over 85 nationalities, which makes our international flexible DNA even stronger. And yes, I'm super proud of share with everyone here that since last year, 2 years ago, all ICAO holders are more than welcome. And actually, that's what we are doing now. We are making our wings team even stronger by helping ICAO pilots to join our growing team.
Fantastic. Now, Laura, I'm going to switch over to you. And in particular, in your presentation, you spoke about some of the fleet developments that will be happening, as well as the expansion. Now, a member of our audience picked up on that, and they say that you mentioned the expansion about the company. Now, which opportunities from that expansion would be most interesting for candidates that will be joining SmartLynx? So, Laura, over to you with this one.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Yeah, I would say that at the moment we are in a really exciting phase of growth and expansion here at SmartLynx. So we are planning to grow during next years as well, and expand and plan to expand our network to other places in the world. So generally speaking, what can candidates expect? The first expectation is that we are looking in different markets, also sourcing for pilots. So as Maria already mentioned before, at the moment we are also continuing training for EASA and ICAO flight crew license holders. The same also, of course, direct entry captains and first officers are welcome to join one of the OCCs that will be planned throughout the summer and later throughout the year as well. And also we are continuing our type rating for A320 and Boeing 737 pilots who are willing to get a type rating for one of the fleets, and of course ATO as well. So generally speaking, we have a wide range of possibilities here at SmartLynx to support our growth during the future, and we are looking for additional talented pilots to join our community.
Thank you very much, Laura, for sharing that. I'm going to bounce back to Maria again, still on this topic of crew-related positions, maybe even broadening it to wider positions within SmartLynx. And in particular, a member of our audience here is asking, what is the profile that SmartLynx is looking for when talking about crew members? But you can maybe give a full spectrum of anybody who joins SmartLynx. So Maria, to you with this question.
Thanks again, Michael. Well, as I was telling you before, our DNA is basically made of being flexible, being multicultural, being able and willing to operate worldwide and willing to jump into this never-ending adventure. So this is basically what we're looking at when looking for crew members, not only pilot but also cabin crew members. Basically, at the end of the day, if we talk about the technical skills, I would say that if you ask any of my colleagues here from Avia Solutions Group, all of us will be looking for the very more or less same technical skills. Even if you ask a Britisher with recruiters, most probably the answer will be the same. But when we go for these non-technical skills, what makes the SmartLynx pilot special and magic is this willingness to keep growing, this open mind, this flexibility, and just someone who is really motivated and willing to jump into this adventure. That would be for me the main traits of the SmartLynx pilot. This is what why our pilots are special and cannot be compared with any other pilot from other company.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Now, a question I'm going to pose to both you, Maria and Laura. Obviously, you've spoken very briefly about a number of aspects that have been posed within our questions. But again, there was a very interesting slide in your presentation, which was very boldly written, "Taste the world." Now, the question we have coming in here is, what is the best advice that you can give to someone who wants to get started in aviation? So, Maria, let's start to you, and then we'll move on to Laura for her answer. So, Maria?
So, what's the best advice? Just chase the dream. Chase the dream and never lose your motivation and never lose your willingness to look for adventure and for the magic of aviation.
Yeah, I could
And
just
Laura,
add
over
on
to you.
that. Yes, yeah, I could just add on that saying that, yeah, chase the dream and come and join us.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your questions and answers to the Q&A session, and both you, Maria and Laura, for extensively covering the airline operations and sharing the powerful message and DNA of what people can expect within the culture and future of SmartLynx Airlines. Now, Avion Express is the largest passenger airline, ACMI airline, narrow-body carrier globally by number of aircraft flights, production hours, with a fleet of over 50 A320 and A321 aircraft. The airline has a vast network of bases across Europe and North and South America, while boasting an esteemed list of airline clientele and an impressive expansion record, venturing to new geographies while targeting to expand its fleet to 100 aircraft. So joining us now is Laura Matutkovic. She's the Vice President of People and Culture, and Staziz Voltrakis, the Chief Operating Officer, and they will share more about Avion Express's story, its expansion plans, and what career opportunities await you in the airline. So, Laura, Staziz, over to you.
Thank you, Michael. It's a pleasure to participate in this event, and I'm Laura. Together with me is Staziz. So Staziz will start. He will give a brief overview about the company, and then later on I will take over. So, Staziz.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Michael. We can start. Who we are. The key facts about our company. We are positioning ourselves as one of the leading narrow-body company, ACMI company on the market. For the time being, we have two OCs and working on a third one. We have a company in Lithuania and afterwards another one in Malta. And they're working hard to open a new one in Brazil market, which we are really treating what is really important market for us for the future, for the development of a company. Our fleet is, for time being, 53 aircrafts, 320 families, all of them passenger, created to not for cargo, but for the passengers only. And we have more than 1,700 professionals in our team for the moment now working. We are really proud about these numbers because it's really huge numbers. Another thing what we are proud of, we are more than 19 years on the market, and next year will be kind of a big celebration for us, 20 years of operation like a ACMI provider. And we are proud of being part of Avia Solutions Group. Some other things, facts about ourselves. As Michael was mentioning, we are largest or one of the largest globally. We were always competing with SmartLynx, just it's like a funny because we are quite big ones. We are positioning ourselves on a narrow body fleet. So this means, let's say, 320 family. And we are largest by the number of aircraft, by the number of hours, production hours. and the data are coming from a CH aviation source. So means it's not only we are thinking the same, but in some sources outside of organization what we can trust actually. So we're trying to be one of the leaders on the market for our operations. As you see from the facts and figures, we like number one, just to be to be one. So as well, one of the facts, but we are one of the largest in the market, ACMI narrow body aircraft providers. We have some funny things, but we are first ones in the Mexico market, like a CMI provider, because Mexico market was closed for foreign operators, let's say, to make an ACMI services in a country inside for, I would call 100 years. When aviation started, we're not allowed anybody to operate internally. So we break the ice, and we are the first ones who do it now, actually with 20 aircraft. What we are proud of, again, of our achievements, what we have on simulator dedicated only for us, 320 simulator here in Vilnius, together with cooperation with Baltic Aviation Academy. As we know from market as well, we've been the first ones who have this luxury to have own simulator dedicated for the company. And another thing, okay, and we're proud again, but we will be the first one, so a CMI company established in Brazil market. So this is kind of our achievement, our goals for the upcoming periods.
Really love number one, right?
Yeah. Okay, it's prepared for this, for our presentations. And okay, this is our fleet structure. But for the moment, we have 51 320 aircrafts and 2 aircraft 321, which gives a total number of 53 aircrafts in our fleet. And you see the difference between aircrafts, what one in a capacity of the seats, what aircraft can carry. Some facts again regarding our growth, starting from 2021, you can see on a graph in regards of flight hours and in regards of passenger carried in our operations. You see what it was drastical growth, let's call it, during last 3 years. We've been making growth in times 2, times 3, more or less, something like this, And one interesting kind of a fact, what we were growth, what we had, we could carry Lithuanian population 3 times abroad, let's call it like this, because we have more than 2 millions in the country. So we were seats what we're carrying per season, we can carry 3 times Lithuania for vacations, let's call it like this. So this is kind of funny for myself, because let's say market of Lithuania, what we are, let's say, like a base, it's too small for us at the moment now.
And this is the reason we are working worldwide, right?
Yeah, this is the reason, like Laura said, why we're working worldwide. And small presentation regarding the bases what we have this summer. So mainly, as people maybe not aware, but we have a really big seasonality in our operation, in the needs of operation in Europe. So in summer, it's most of our fleet stays in European region. This year is a bit different because we have Mexican base, quite big one, already around 20 aircraft flying in Mexico, but it's an exceptional project. And rest of the year, let's say part of the year, let's like in the winter, we're moving our fleet mostly from Europe to Caribbean region, South America or Asia. And this is our markets in the winter. Summer you see on the screen, winters are a bit different, yes. To prove what we are one of the biggest and one of the largest, and I would call it maybe, I don't know, best on the market, on the CMI providers. I really like this, let's say. We see our customers. We have really big known customers from a different groups, like a British Airways, like from Lufthansa Eurowings, like from Air France, Transavia, LOT, Polish Airlines, Air Baltic, Wizz Air low costers, and Viva from Mexico. So we are really have wide number of customers that we've been working now for the moment.
I think that these names, and just to add to to see these names and speaks for themselves. So it really shows and proves the quality we are providing to our customers. And what I think we can be proud of is that majority of these customers, they are repetitive years from years. Okay. So we are moving to my part, Stacy. Thank you. And here I'm to speak about our people. So basically, it's all those achievements that Stasis just mentioned and all those milestones, they would have never been reached without people that are behind the scenes. And so I'll just touch this topic and I will try to explain you our structure and the culture that we have inside of Avion Express. So basically, yes, in all those free offices that Stasis mentioned in Brazil, Malta, and Lithuania, we have over 400 people working, I would call them in the backstage, right? And then over 1,300 people that are working already in the stations, and those are our pilots, cabin crews, station managers, and engineers. What's really nice, at least for me, I believe for Stasis as well, it's our company being really super multicultural and international. I guess it couldn't be the other way because in global business, which we are in our global operations, worldwide operations, it's obvious that we have lots of nationalities, and I'm really proud of that, and it makes our daily job, I would say, really very interesting because you never know who you will meet in the corridor, which nationality that person would be, and it also, I think, broadens the scope of each of us, in the organization and the mindset. So it's a huge acceptance of
Yeah.
different cultures.
It's really interesting because you can learn from each nationality something.
Yes.
Because let's say perception of things are different from each of them. So we are really multicultural and we are happy about this because we are growing like on a personal level as well. Because
I
knowing
agree.
some new cultures and so on.
Yes, I agree. Just to stop a little bit on our structure and to explain how is the job and the tasks organized. So basically, yes, we have office, and in our office is basically divided in three parts, which is administrational functions, flight operational, and maintenance department. So as I call it, it's all those people that are working in the backstage, and then we have our frontline warriors, which is cabin crews, flight crews, additionally other non-flying personnel, station managers, and licensed engineers. So they are those who are in the base and meeting the customers and the clients and delivering our product, which is basically a safe flight. Just to stop a little bit about our culture and about our core values. So we have those three main core values, which is trust, flexibility, and ownership. What I really love that it's just not simple words written somewhere on the wall or I don't know on the internet. It's those values. It's something that we are living through in the organization, and it's something that we are looking at while doing the recruitment or while some annual performance reviews and various questionnaires and so on. Another thing, I think that another thing which is really important, I think it's beside our people, it's our culture. And here you can see some statements, and those statements basically comes from our people. I believe we have managed to implement in our organization quite a good network of having dialogues with people through various questionnaires, surveys, or just visiting them, meeting them, even talking by the coffee machine. So those statements, which is like open door policy, people first philosophy, type of the company, friendly and professional environment, it all comes from our people. And I think it's something to be proud of. And just to mention maybe one more thing about our core values, and I think one of the most, all of them are really important, but one of the most, and which is really here in Avion Express, or I would say which is really needed in any ACMI airline, is flexibility. We are working in such a fast-paced environment. Sometimes the things can change within hours or minutes. We all are required to adapt super quickly because that's what the market requires. So So I think flexibility, it goes both ways, from the company side and also from the employee side. And another thing maybe to mention, I feel like it's never boring here. You always have something to do. So
Sometimes tiring, but afterwards, anyways, yeah, never boring.
okay, so that wouldn't be just words, from me and Stasis. Here is our recent surveys we have done in the organization. We are doing it for the office and also for our flying personnel. Here are represented our engagement and satisfaction levels of our crews and of our office people. I think it's pretty much amazing having in mind the pace of our growth for the past few years, and we managed to keep the satisfaction and engagement level at the same rate. And I think it really shows that people that are in our organization, they truly care about us. Of course, it's a two-way street. We care about them, so they care about us back. And I think it kind of proves, that all that philosophy that we have in the organization, it really works, and it really creates a nice, friendly, non-toxic, non-judgmental environment.
Yes.
Yep.
We're streaming to have it.
Yes.
At least.
Okay. And still talking about our people, we are really encouraging our people to be proactive. And here are just a few examples of initiatives that we have in our organization. And basically, this is run not by top management, not by HR. It's run by our people. One of them is engagement crew. So it's just a group of energetic, proactive people that are responsible, so to say. They have a mission, basically, how to engage our people in more and more activities. So they are doing it by themselves, and I think it's quite impressive that people have this inner wish, to stream through and to make us better, even better. And another one, it's ambassadors. It's also a program from it's also our people who are basically telling the world of how it feels to work in Avion Express, like being ambassadors for the external audience. And yeah, just a few pictures of our traditions. So in one of the in the previous slides, I think we had the statement: the more celebrations, the better. We really truly care about the traditions we have through the years. So some of these pictures reflects our annual events like parties, and some of them some engagement crew activities like running, idea board, and so on. Yes, so basically that's us. We are growing. We are looking for people in the office, in the bases, for flight crew, for engineers, and so on. So I would really encourage you to scan this barcode or just visit us in our webpage and just look through our job openings that we have right now. To be honest, we are constantly looking for people, especially for smart, energetic people with good approach. And even if you will not find a suitable position for you at the moment,
Yeah, let us know about
let
you.
us know about this. And if the opportunity didn't come at this right point, we definitely don't plan to stop growing. So basically, your place might be coming up anytime soon. And just follow us. Let's get friends on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. I really hope to see you one day here in Avion Express. So I think that's us.
Well, Laura, Aziz, thank you so much for such an intriguing story and overview of Avion Express. And maybe, Laura, to steal your words here, painting that picture that your ambassadors, your superstars, and your backstage and frontline warriors are contributing towards your global success. So now we're just going to transition to our Q&A session. Again, we'll be taking questions, so please feel free to go to slido.com and use the event code #CareerExpo24, and we will try and get through as many questions as we can in this segment. Now, just coming back to the overview of Avion Express. And for this first question here, I'm going to direct to both you, Laura and Staziz. The question is, can you provide an overview of your company's history and its role in the aviation industry? So maybe I'll pass it on over to Staziz to start with this question.
Okay, thank you, Mike. So interesting question, okay, as we mentioned before, we already almost 20 years on the market. And for the beginning, company was making some charter businesses, cargo businesses for the very beginning. And from a time what I'm here already more than 10 years, we are making mostly ACMI businesses carrying passengers. It was some interesting tries with some business kind of business related to the business carrying, let's say, making an aircraft for just kind of business carriers, but it doesn't work. And afterwards, we stayed with an ICMI, only ICMI carrying people. So, and how we see ourselves on the market. We are a big player, let's call it now, on the CMI market, one of the biggest in the world. And we're trying to educate even market, but the CMI is good for all the carriers around the world, because in Europe it's obvious for the years already, and the European companies are using ICMI providers for decades, let's call it. But what we discovered ourselves, and I think ISG Group discovered, what ICMI, it's not known that well, let's call it, in South America. And we're trying to break the ice, opening our own OC and having partners in Chile, in other markets in South America. But we're looking now for what we would understand what the CMI providers is reliable partners, and we can have a business with them and supporting them in a really challenging aviation world. So I would say it's interesting times for all of us who are working in aviation, to see how it develops and how we can be developing like ICMI providers.
Yes.
I don't know, something to add, Laura, from your side?
Just maybe, to see what you were talking about. I just remember that milestone slide that you were talking about. I think like us being the largest narrow body ACMI provider, being in the market for quite a long time, we also sometimes set some trends, for the rest ACMI players. So I think it's quite responsible role to play, and also we are proud about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you for giving us that answer. Now, we're getting a lot of interest here about the opportunities for entry-level positions. So, Laura, I'm going to pass on this question towards you. In particular, it's asking what career opportunities are available for recent graduates in your company. Maybe you can even expand that to pilot roles as well, as we're getting quite a number of interesting questions from our audience. So, Laura, over to you with this question.
So yeah, first of all, to say I'm really happy that someone or a number of people are interested, young, just postgraduates are interested to join our organization. And what I want to say that we are really looking forward to meet you here, and we have plenty of opportunities in the office. It's in each and every department, we have junior positions almost for every how to say, for every position, right?
Yeah.
So you can definitely find yourself there. We have internship programs as well that we are implementing right now. Talking about our flying personnel, it's definitely cadet programs are being developed in our organization. We have huge focus at the moment actually on that as well. So basically in each and every department or unit, you will find an opportunity depending on your skills to enter our organization. And we really take care of those people on training and passing our knowledge the best way we can, I would say.
I just want to add from Laura, maybe concentrate a bit more on people with less experience in aviation, but actually we are really open and looking for mature people in aviation who can bring to the company know-how. And with positions as well, let's say in different departments, we have, let's say, even looking for some managers positions, and we would really be glad to see CVs from the people who spend years in aviation, and we can learn together. We can move forward together on achieving even more milestones for the company and for the people.
And we one of the ways how we are calling ourselves is airline of opportunities. So it's definitely so many opportunities in our organization. And last year, together like with flying personnel and office personnel, we had more than 300 promotions in our organization. We are really looking first for the talents inside, and it really brings up lots of opportunities for you.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but we need to take into account that we've been growing double company from previous year, so that's why that many let's say you have that many opportunities, and I think we will not stop for nearest time. So you're really welcome to come and join Avion.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, Laura, I'm going to pass this next question on to you as well. And now there's been a very strong emphasis on the focus of people within the company and the role that they play. Now, and you've also painted this picture of the different, characteristics that they display, be it from ambassadors, to those backstage and frontline warriors, as you call them. In particular, what qualities and skills are you looking for in potential candidates?
Okay. I would say, without some specific skills needed for a certain position, I think what's really very important and what we are really looking at is an attitude, and I would call it, we would always see, if the person has the same values that we trust in. So this flexibility, ownership, and trust, right? Beside that, I think what's really important for any candidate is willingness to learn, and I don't know, for them to be proactive, engaged, something else to see, dedicated,
What you mentioned is really
passionate
important.
about aviation.
I really like what you mentioned, but let's say attitude is important here, because some of the things you can teach, but attitude, I don't think so. So means for us it's really important the attitude of a person towards the organization, towards our colleagues, and so on and so on. The rest of the things we can achieve together. No?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Now, maybe taking a broader look at the industry and, of course, Avion's position within the industry. Our next question here is asking, how has the aviation industry evolved in recent years? And how is Avion Express adapting to these changes? So I'm just going to pose this question to the both of you. But Staziz, you could start us off with this one.
Okay, so thinking, aviation even looking for some artificial intelligence will be implemented into future aircrafts and so on and so on. I think we will still, myself, I will still see maybe single operation with only one pilot, or even operation without a pilot, because everybody working on that. Now we are flying with aircrafts what are much more efficient, much more safe when it was decades ago. So, and definitely it's coming everything through new technologies and so on. So we are looking forward as well through technologies, what we can implement, what we could be more environmental friendly, more efficient on fuel consumption. Even in office, let's say we're doing some stuff to be more friendly to things, use less energy, and so on and so on. So means we are really open for the new things, what are coming not only maybe from aviation sector, but in general what is developing in a worldwide, like AI and so on. We are looking for the options how to implement artificial intelligence in the company, and some other things what would keep us on a level like leaders for on a leaders level for performance, for efficiency, and so on. Just what we would be. We don't want to stay what it was years ago. We want to be in the front lines of this new, I don't know, new discoveries, new stories on AI, and so on and so on. We want to be somewhere in a leader's position for that part as well. If you have something to add, I don't know.
think I think you were broad enough.
Well, fantastic. And maybe just bringing our Q&A session here to a close. You've done a very brilliant job of giving us this wide picture and building the story of Avion Express. But maybe you can just give us a snapshot, a very short snapshot of what people could expect to look forward to after joining Avion Express. So Laura, over to you to start us off with this one.
Okay, it's a good one. But well, beside all those things, depending which position it is, but definitely what we can promise is it's our nice culture that we have inside of the organization, plenty of opportunities to grow, plenty of opportunities to learn. The business itself is really super dynamic, as I mentioned before. So it's honestly never boring, and you need to adapt to new things. It means that your brain is constantly working. You are broadening your um, mindset and the skills and all those things. I don't know, if you're a pilot, you can definitely fly all over the world, be one day in one base, another day in another base. So it's many things that you can have and achieve in Avion Express. And I'm not mentioning the basic things, like salary or, accommodation being paid and so on. So I would go through that emotional state, which you have, and all those opportunities that you can have here in Avion Express,
agree.
learning opportunities and so on. So that's without hygiene, without the salaries and I don't know, pastries on Fridays.
Well, fantastic. Laura, Aziz, thank you so much for your answers to this Q&A session and really telling us more about what's in store for those that join Avion Express. Now, operating one of the most popular narrow-body aircraft in the world with its fleet of Boeing 737-800 aircraft, AirExplore is a trusted ACMI and air charter solutions provider, specializing in passenger and cargo operations while also being an EASA Part 145 maintenance organization. Based in Bratislava Airport, AirExplore is Slovakia's largest airline, and its fleet of Boeing 737-800s are dedicated to passenger operations, while its cargo operations are carried out on its Boeing 737 converted freighters and special freighters. Joining us now is Martin Stuleiter, the Chief Executive Officer, and Janeta Kudelova, the Head of HR at the airline, and they will give us insight into the airline's operations and share their vision, mission, and values as a leading ACMI operator in Europe. So Martin, over to you. Martin, Janeta, I'm just going to cut in right here. We apparently cannot hear you from your side, so we'd just like you to check your audio settings there.
Sorry for that. Is it okay right now?
Fantastic. We hear you now. Feel free to take over and start again.
So thank you very much, Michael, for having me and for telling me that no one hears me. It would be a sad presentation without the voice, I suppose. So yeah, we are currently operating 14 airplanes, which is doubling the fleet since Avia Solutions Group acquired our company in June last year. So we are largest, which is not it's a strong word for 14 airplanes. However, we are very quickly growing airline right now. So since last year, we doubled the fleet, and there is going to be another 3 airplanes joining our fleet within the next couple of weeks. Our company was established in 2010. I was one of the founders. Right now, I'm the still happy CEO of the company for the future. And currently, the staff number we are reading is reading about more than 380 employees. We are based in Bratislava, Slovakia, although being an ACMI operator base, really, what kind of it's not a very robust work because it really changes on a very frequent basis. Almost every season we are elsewhere. We are, of course, as all the airlines in the portfolio of Avia Solutions Group, concentrating our business on ACMI solutions. ACMI, I'm sure that there is a lot of aviation professionals, so not much explanation is needed. But for those of you who may not heard of it so much, so really it is providing capacity for other airlines. So it makes us really an airline within an airline. Who require the capacity due to multiple reasons. The biggest reason usually is the high seasonality in the aviation business. When in the summer in Europe, of course, everybody goes for holiday, while in the winter time nobody is so much interested for flying. So instead of committing for buying airplanes, hiring staff, companies who operate planes hire somebody like us, where we add them. We provide the aircraft, crew, maintenance, and insurance for the short period of time, and when the contract is over, we have to look for another contract. So being a standard passenger, you may not even realize that you are a consumer of our services because the airplane may look exactly the same from outside as our clients, as for example Wizz Air or Jet2.com or Ryanair. It can also look same from inside. Even sometimes cabin crew seems to be like a local one, although it is the only really difference is that the registration mark of the aircraft is Slovak under our ASC rather than the company which hired us. It doesn't then makes us any smaller or any less of an airline than of our client, because we are providing exactly the same service as they are. We, unlike our sister companies, we are the ones operating Boeing products. So right now we are operating 9 passenger versions 737-800 and 5 737-800 freighters. So we are building the pillar of our business in both directions, passenger as well as cargo. The growth plan that we have, and right now we are in this fast growing stage, is to build a fleet within next 4 to 5 years, up to 40 airplanes in total. So this is again more than a doubling of the company from the current size. So we are really interested to get CVs from all the spectrum of people. Even very junior level, so really people with enthusiasm and willingness to work in the aviation industry, but also on the highest managerial positions of people who have a vast knowledge in the aviation industry. What makes our company interesting? I mean, since 2010 we have tried to, let's say, concentrate on being able to operate challenging destinations. And this skill was kind of following us throughout the whole history of the company. And at certain times when, of course, there are any crises, it's kind of a useful skill to survive bad times in aviation. So we are, of course, operating worldwide. Currently, during this summer, most of our passenger fleet is based in the UK. The other half of the passenger fleet is based in Poland, and our cargo fleet is operating really out of Germany. But in the history, we have been operating in all these, interesting destinations. I will just mention few. We have been 6 years based in Koror in Palau, which is an island in the Pacific Ocean, called to be, heaven for the divers. And on the other side of the planet, we have been also based in Paramaribo, which is in Suriname. Mentioning flexibility and ability to operate challenging destinations. So yeah, we also find ourselves often in places like Sudan, in places like Lagos or Kinshasa. Sounds scary. Actually, not so much. Of course, people need to be a little bit adventurous to operate places like that. So ACMI airline not really selling tickets. So I mean, the one thing we can really say that you don't want to sell tickets. You want to sell the capacity of the airplane, which really is measured in the block hours that you operate in aircrafts. So this is just a shot of how the block hours grow within the growth of the fleet of our company. It was, pretty, I would say, robust. Currently, 2023 was our record year, and of course, 2024 will be even another record given the fleet has grown almost doubled. But you can definitely see that COVID times hit us hard as everyone else in the aviation industry, where we operated almost the same as when we had only 2 airplanes in 2011. So yeah, we are trying to put ourselves. Of course, everybody wants to be a leader in the industry, but what we try to also do is to provide service that is of a high quality, of a high professionalism. We like our clients when they come back to us, so we take a special care of basically any client that we have. So every time they call us back once they have the requirement again. We are also trying to use some innovative solutions in our operations in order to be more safe, more cost effective, and to really have people not to do work that actually machines could support. And we find ourselves, this company, from the perspective of employment, as being very friendly. We have very low fluctuations on the let's say ground positions. We also don't have such a high fluctuations on the passenger or on the cabin crew or pilot perspective. So I like to believe that company is a good employer and attractive for anybody who is willing and able and enthusiastic about the aviation business. So I will now have a word to my colleague Janeta, who can tell you a bit more about certain HR aspects of our company.
Thank you very much, Martin. So, hi, my name is Janeta, and I'm here to guide you through some HR and people-related topics. As Martin already mentioned, we are at the moment 380 plus professionals, including 15 different nationalities. This number may not seem big, but for us, is to have this number of employees on different positions and from different parts of the world is a big responsibility in terms of employment care. But also it's great to see, as Martin mentioned, how we are growing to bigger and more international company. Just for the example, in last 6 months, we grew by over 60 new colleagues on different departments. If you I will show you some numbers later on as well, but now I would like to point out our benefits we are offering to our employees and candidates. And as you can see, our benefits, we prioritize more well-being and satisfaction of employees. And we created this benefit package based on the result from employment engagement survey we have participated in. And we announced these benefits just now in April, so they are very fresh. And you can see some sports or culture activity benefits or snack days. This is great potential for networking, meeting your new colleagues while enjoying nice and tasty food. In AirExplore, we believe that our success is related to satisfaction and development of our employees. That is why we have a mission to create an environment where every individual has opportunity to show the talent. We have many examples of success stories, but we have picked a few for you to demonstrate how lucky we are to have these loyal and dedicated employees. These people who started with AirExplore on entry-level positions and with the support of the company and their hard work, of course, became, for example, captains, first officers, specialists, or people managers. For us, it doesn't stop here because we know we are facing now a new challenge to provide equal opportunity for these already successful people. So career growth basically became our everyday agenda. So what we are offering? I hope in today's audience we have enough potential candidates ready for career that is more than just a job, because we would like to offer personal satisfaction through meaningful work. My colleagues are always saying to me that who once falls in love with aviation stays in aviation forever. I believe it's true. So I would like to say at AirExplore, we believe that sky is not the limit in terms of continuous employment trainings and opportunities. And if you are looking for the company to cover your trainings, accommodation, allowances while you are traveling the world with us, we've got it covered. Our very busy training department is doing a really great job. And this was also one of the most appreciated results in our engagement survey. And now, as Martin mentioned, let me show you some growth in next 4 years. We have a plan to grow over 1,000 employees in next 4 years, so you can see the opportunity for you is really big. We are looking for candidates from different positions, from entry level, as Martin mentioned, also to senior leaders, because this growth is necessary and coming hand to hand with our business expansion. We are looking forward to this journey with you, and we are just looking forward to new challenges and opportunities we can face with 1,000 employees. So, if you are interested to explore the air with AirExplore, join us. We made it very simple for you. We prepared this QR code you can just scan, and you can get into our open positions. My colleague, open positions. We just discussed like what is the most necessary requirement on our colleagues, and it's high flexibility because we never know where we're going to fly next month, and someone who likes adventures because, as you've seen, we are also flying this kind of very exotic countries. Maybe if you are thinking what kind of contract we can provide for you, to make it very flexible, we basically offer in 3 possibilities. First possibility is direct employment with our company. Second one is employment agency, and also we can provide contract for self-service providers. We are in the middle of the Europe, capital city of Slovakia, Bratislava. So if relocation is necessary for you to join our team, we will support you on every step. So let's start this journey together, and thank you for your attention.
Well, Martin, Janetta, thank you so much for sharing about AirExplore and those ambitious expansion plans over the next couple of years, which I'm sure that our audience is keen to hear more about. So this transitions very nicely into our Q&A session, and again, we'll be taking questions. Just go to slido.com and use the event code #CareerExpo24, and you can submit your questions there. Now, Martin, first question over to you. And again, there's a lot of interest in the company's journey over the last couple of years where, of course, the industry was experiencing a turbulent time. In particular, the question is asking, how did AirExplore manage to navigate the COVID season on the business side? And maybe to bundle it in with another question here, how did you also manage the attrition, to avoid attrition on the people management side?
Thank you, Michael. It's a very good question, and I was actually asking this question myself for a couple of years while I was, managing the company through these difficult times, almost on a daily basis. So really, they say that one should never waste a good crisis. So we've tried to look at it with, this kind of optics. So really, I mean, COVID meant for us that we have lost pretty much all the business from one day to another, which was rather a dramatic situation for us. I mean, operating an airline, it's not exactly a cheap exercise. So what you need to really look at is, firstly, cost. The main cost of an airline, logically, is airplanes. And the second biggest cost for an airline would be fixed cost, would be the people. But we have really entrusted that as we are, our team is working together for a long time, and I can say that we are, we feel here almost like a family. We have looked at it that we need to protect the people's interest and start renegotiating costs that we are able to renegotiate. And really, go back to our basics, where we have been the airline that can take extra challenges. So what we've done was that we've started looking for business opportunities, and we actually we have been successful in placing 4 out of our 7 airplanes on long-term contracts during COVID. Not very great destinations, but one can find some. It's liking anyway. So we've been placing them in Sudan, we've been placing them in Iraq, and this way we have enabled people to really produce enough cash flow to pay the salaries and give the job. We've also experimented a little bit with operating scheduled flights. So we started flying on a scheduled basis from Slovakia to Croatia, which is the most popular tourist destinations for this nation. So even though we have not made any money on it, it gave the spirit to the company that we are really fighting and we want to survive. And of course, this has helped us to go through the COVID times. On the other hand, you asked about the attrition from the company. We knew, of course, I would be lying if I said that we kept everyone. Of course, we had to cut down on cost. So the biggest cost for an airline operator is usually the pilots. So, but we've looked at it with a little bit different eyes. We had to lay down some pilots for actually not very long period of time, but we have ensured that they stay current on their type. So we've been financing simulator trainings. We've been giving them job wherever it was possible, although cutting down the fixed cost. And we have kind of put our hopes into that one day it will be needed to rebuild the team, and it will be needed to have the team very current to be able to jump in to potentially quickly reborning the aviation industry. So we maintained the people current, and when the industry woke up, we've been able to quickly react to all the demands of airlines, which are a little bit more stubborn or robust, and could not revive the people so quickly. So suddenly found ourselves in a situation where there was a high demand for our services. So I hope that answers the question.
Fantastic. Thank you for giving us that insight. And still on the aspect of your expansion, are you expecting to expand the business to other countries or more than you're operating to at the current moment?
We've mentioned that almost every summer or winter we are elsewhere, but the ACMI concept really works because of seasonality and because the planet is turning around. It means that summer is always somewhere else. So our goal would be to find contra-cyclical places, like if there is a summer in Slovakia, there is a summer then during winter Slovakia somewhere else. So we would like to explore our opportunities over there, maybe South Africa, maybe Southeast Asia. But the future will really say wherever the demand is and where we can find our position.
Fantastic. Thank you. Now, Janitza, this next question here is rather interesting. A member of our audience picked up a very particular point that came in your presentation. And the question in particular is, you've mentioned 50 nationalities, and how many languages are spoken within your company? And in particular, how do you ensure effective communication within the company? So, Janitza, over to you with this one.
Thank you, Michael. I believe it's around 20 languages. I was looking at it recently, and for effective communication, we are using, of course, English language to make it easier and international, as it's international language, in emails, meetings, presentations, or some other communication is needed. And I would like to mention here as well for all potential candidates, if you feel like you would like to become our part, please send your CV in English language to our advertisement I prepared for you. It's called Talent Opportunity AirExplore. You are not limited with the open positions, so please feel free to apply and send us your CV with a short motivational letter so we know what's your idea of your career with us.
Fantastic. Now, Janetta, still on you. During your presentation, you emphasized strongly on the workplace satisfaction. This next question here is asking, how do you measure the happiness and satisfaction in your company? So, Janetta?
Yes, thank you, Michael. So basically, first of all, we are using very old-fashioned style, and it's a smile. So we know when people are happy and they smiling, they obviously satisfied in the company. But then, of course, we are using one-to-ones with managers when people can talk about how they feel in the company. And technologies, as I mentioned, and it's been mentioned a few times in this presentation, we joined this year engagement survey, and we gained loads of valid data for us to have a good insight how our people feel, how they feel in the company, what they appreciate, what they would like to change, and this will help us to improve our company to make it better place for work.
Fantastic. And maybe just giving us a final few words here to close our Q&A session. Could you just give people a snapshot of what they could expect once they join AirExplore? So, Martin, over to you with this question first.
Well, thank you. That's a great question. So it depends what exactly they are going to do, right? I mean, if you are a managerial position, you would probably not have such a adventurous life like if, for example, if you're our maintenance or a crew person. So you can expect a warm welcome. You can expect a dedicated and friendly team. You can expect fair behavior, and most likely you're going to find yourself in the winter in some very, very interesting destination.
And Janetta, final words from you?
Yes, if I can answer from HR point of view, it's definitely people, it's trainings, it's the development, it's we are listening to potential. So if our employees feel they have some kind of talent they would like to show in our company, we are trying to give them these opportunities. So basically, if one day or for a few years you are working on some position and you would like to change your career, it's possible.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both for your answers and really giving us that insight and clearer picture of your journey as a leading ACMI operator in Europe and what opportunities await. Now, in the world that brings together ACMI operations and exclusive VIP air charter flights, KlasJet is renowned as a leader in the provision of such bespoke flights. With a fleet of Boeing 737 family and Boeing business jet aircraft, KlasJet has been setting the standard for exceptional private and corporate air charter services for over a decade, while its ACMI services mirror the service excellence offered private air charter services. This has allowed the airline to build a clientele of diplomatic and government envoys, royal families, high net worth individuals, professional sports teams, corporate teams, and other esteemed passengers. Joining us now to speak more on the company, its global operations and plans for the future is Sandra Diasso, the head of HR in KlasJet. So Sandra, without any further ado, over to you.
Thank you, Michael. It's really great pleasure actually to participate in this event. And of course, to present our lovely company. I don't know if I will find better words than you, Michael, but I will try. So, KlasJet, actually, it's really exceptional company, I would say, from the roots, from the perspective of the operations, and of course, from the achievements which we achieved so far. But today, actually, I would like to start a presentation a bit in another angle. And I would like to start presenting our company actually from our people and culture to see how the reality is and to show you who is the driving force actually in our company and who helped us to be who we are now and what we achieved so far. So I will start from a short video where our current employees sharing their insights, actually what they found catchy to join us or be with us already not the 1 or 2 years, but many more. So let's see shortly.
You know what really drives me here? Is our commitment to excellence.
And how dynamic our work environment is.
Our exclusive VIP services and fleet.
I love livery and interior of our aircraft, especially KDT, as it was the very first one I visited. And the signature scent, I could recognize it from miles away.
It is work that has an impact.
That challenges you.
My lovely and amazing colleagues. Colleagues who are always willing to help.
Having a pet-friendly office is the best.
The freedom for people to express themselves.
Feeling encouraged to bring my own ideas on the table and then see them coming to the life.
Also, being able to maintain a healthy work-life balance while working in shifts.
Even driving to work towards the airport feels like going on holiday. It really does.
So actually summing up, what does it mean for us being here, and why KlasJet is really a good choice, or might be a very good choice for you who are watching us today. So as the colleagues mentioned, and actually me myself also facing working in this company, we are really strongly cultivating a very communicative and family being atmosphere over there. We are trying to involve all our employees in many activities which we are doing, no matter which rank they are, no matter they are sitting in the office or they are flying in the skies. We have lots of initiatives and activities where we are trying to include all of them. Like newsletters where we are sharing every month the excited news of the company, the adventures which the people are facing when they are in the project, or flying in the daily casual life and flights up to the skies, and many more. Of course, we are not so huge companies so far as our colleagues before presented, but for us is also already a milestone what we achieved. And we are presenting lots of growth and career opportunities, because our interest is together with the company grow the employees as well. It's included very clear career path which they can reach from, let's say, zero to a hero, from bottom level to a manager level. They can gain lots of experience and, of course, the knowledge, because we are providing professional growth like certifications, trainings, and so on. And of course, we are cultivating quite strong culture inside the company, because we understand that the employees, as I mentioned from very beginning, is the driving force of the company. And when you are investing in them, when you are paying attention to them, you can achieve really even more than you can do alone, and concentrating only to your basic works. So what else how else we are engaging our employees? Of course, I'm not mentioning those let's say simplify and basic packages like parkings, salary packages, relocation packages, and many more. Maybe I would like today to mention some small things which even for me sometimes sound surprisingly. But it really makes lots of impact in our daily lives and professional maybe achievements. So we are trying in KlasJet to highlight and celebrate each even little achievement which we are making. And one of them actually is the recognition of the employment anniversaries. We have a tradition already going on that we are giving the small badges as wings or KlasJet badges for the employees who are working with us 6 months, 1 year, and many more. And actually, it really sounds simple, but when you are seeing the shining eyes of the employees when they are receiving that badge, you understand that for some of them, it really means a lot. And it's like a milestone achieved in the aviation. And this kind of motivational stuff, it's really motivating the people to do more, to engage more, and to do proactive things for the company. Another thing which we are also engaging to do the teams and different departments is team buildings. We dedicate, let's say, the budget. It's very symbolic and small budget, but we are engaging people to communicate not only in the office but also outside the office. Walls to do some fun and to maybe do some activities where they can collaborate more, they can understand and know each other better. And we realize that by these activities and this approach, people, when they are facing some kind of challenges or having intense discussions, they are more open to find the solutions. They're trying to think more outside the box, and they feel more the collaboration spirit. So that really works. So I will not go through all of them, but I think so you catch the idea what the engagement in our company is, and we are really propagating this. Let's jump to the facts about the company. We already touched the people, we already touched a bit of the culture. So let's jump from the very beginning and let's describe what the company is in real. So, of course, the first thing what I would like to mention is that KlasJet is a part of Avia Solutions Group. We are really proud to be a part of this huge group. Where is variety of the services of the companies with different approaches, because it gives us a wide perspective of learning, stepping out to new adventures, and of course to achieving good results and projects where we are participating. KlasJet is in the market as an active aviation company already for a good 10 years. Of course, these 10 years were not easy for the company because we faced quite a number of the crises. For example, 9/11 crisis, COVID crisis, which touch aviation really strongly. But we feel that passing each difficulties which these years bring us, we are becoming more stronger and stronger. And the works and achievements which we received or achieved during this period, such as licenses, various licenses, like we are certified by UN, we are actively and freely operating under their name. We just obtained Cat 3 landing approval. We have low visibility takeoffs possibilities. We just recently got Part 145, which opens a broader perspectives and improves our services and reliability of the aircrafts. We just had recently IOSA audit, and soon we will be certified by IOSA, which also gives us a lot. So all these achievements and goals achieved engage us to do more and more and more. KlasJet also is a 100% Boeing company. And what makes us even more exceptional, as Michael mentioned already, we are very unique airline in the Europe. I would say the only airline in the Europe who is doing the VIP charter business line and ACMI business line. So both these operations are accomplished under one umbrella, and all this variety of projects are achieved in the one company. Talking about the size of the company, I would highlight that according our VIP charter fleet number, we are the biggest in the Europe, where also opens a lot of possibilities for us as a VIP charter segment representative. And values, of course, as a big company, ambitious company, we have a very clear values which we are following in our company. And I'm really happy to say that our employees truly believes in these values because these values were created by us, not by top management or so on, but by all the employees who are in our company. So they believe in them, and I really every day recognizing them. So core values of our company is unity, attention to details, persistence, and elegance. So shortly, the timeline, how we start and where we are now. So as I mentioned, our operations as a charter company was started back to 2013, and the vision of this company was to operate only VIP charters. Of course, we start as a regular VIP charter airline with those small aircrafts, and we thought that everybody is doing business, so why we are not why we cannot do the same. And the years were going, we were adding small aircrafts to our fleet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we are different. We all the time looking for some challenges. We all the time looking and engaging ourselves to find new opportunities, and we are orientating ourselves to growth. So back to 2016, we put lots of efforts to the market research because we believe that we can take even more and we can be stronger and bigger when we are at the particular moment. And that's how after researchers, we took a risk and we introduced in our fleet the first Boeing because we believe that the market need is there. The VIP charter clients, they eager for bigger aircrafts and bigger services and opportunities. And we saw that it was really, really right choice. So that's how back to 2017, KlasJet turned their view and became a Boeing company. So now, under the VIP charters, we are having at the moment 5 Boeing 737 Classics, 300 and 500, totally changed configuration to VIP one, and they are perfectly serving for our really high standards customers and making them happy. But this was not enough, of course, and especially when the company survived the COVID times, the opportunities were there. The new windows, doors, and everything opened for many airlines who stepped out the COVID times. So we catch this opportunity as well. And we start the ACMI back to 2023. This was a dramatic challenge for the company because there was a new operations which thanks to the Avia Solutions Group ACMI operator companies and their advices, we were able to implement and operate. We also in that time introduced a new type of the aircraft, NG. So our ACMI operation line is operating under a Boeing 737-800 NGs, and they are fully economical class. So within 1 year, 2023, we integrated to our operation 6 new aircrafts, and it means lots of work and lots of changes in the company, of course. So how it goes? It goes very challenging and very exciting, because actually KlasJet as an airline last year faced, as we are joking inside, the renaissance of the company. Because we really rapidly grow, and we grow in employees side 221%. It's comparing, taking in consideration administration and flying personnel. However, we didn't slept on the flowers, and we realized that this rapid growth brings their own challenges. So we concentrate a lot to the company culture and to the people, and that awards us that we had just 1.4% turnover back to 2023. So it means that we lost just very few people, and now we are really happy because we have really a lot of dedicated and happy people with us. Jumping further, of course, I must highlight and to promote our services and clients, because they are very important for us as well. So on ACMI basis, we are operating under the other airlines names. During the summer, majority of our operations are in the Europe. And during the winter, of course, we are jumping to more exotic destinations, and we are operating to Africa and Asia. During talking about the VAP operation line, we have for sure very exceptional clients and projects. We are flying a lot with various sport teams. With the pop stars, models, royal families. But time to time, we are having even not only the human beings on the board, but we are having very interesting projects where we are approaching the animals on board, or accomplishing some special missions, which are very important for us as well. So in the upcoming slide, and the next slide, I would like to mention our future plans as well. So KlasJet, as you already heard and can imagine, we are not stopping, and our aim is to go further and do big things in the aviation world. So we have really clear vision where we want to be in the future, and our aim is to be the top choice globally for VAP and ACMI Boeing operations through exceptional service, advanced technology, and unwavering safety standards. So to achieve that, of course, we understand that we will need to put lots of work. So we are concentrating, of course, to expand our fleet. So our plan by 2026 is to grow to 50 aircrafts in total. It's combined VAP and ACMI operations. Based on that, of course, we are concentrating to the people, to lovely people who could join us. So our plan is to grow till 2,000 personnel by 2028. It's taking in consideration any kind of professionals, not limited ourselves only with aviation experts, because we understand that the aviation world is limited. That's why we already investing a lot in young generation to grow them, to teach them, and to give them opportunity to grow and do the career together with us. And of course, with such a fleet, we are concentrating to expand our operational map, because we are not limiting ourselves with the destinations where we have now. We are constantly looking the opportunities to widen our perspective and our operational capabilities. So even recently, we received the foreign EOC in Canada. So I believe that step by step, for sure, we will be able to operate in every piece of the world. So shortly, it's like this, and if you sitting in the other side of the screens find something interesting, catchy, and I believe that you do, so don't hesitate to follow us, to visit us, and of course, if you have any kind of questions or concern, feel free to contact us, and for sure we will answer all the questions which you have. So shortly like this.
Well, Sandra, thank you so much for that introduction and vivid overview of KlasJet, as well as the exciting opportunities and expansion that are waiting in the future. So again, we'll be taking questions from our audience. Just go to slido.com to our viewers and use the event code #CareerExpo24, and you can submit your questions there. So Sandra, as our sole panelist for KlasJet, all the questions will be coming directly to you. Now, for this first question here, we do have a member of our audience who's asking for the range of opportunities that are available for entry-level employees as well as senior-level employees as well. What are you offering in that regard?
So as I mentioned, we are really open for any kind of profile of the people, because we have quite wide range of the open vacancies over there. Of course, everything you can follow and check in our career page. However, we understand that the aviation world is limited, so we are orientating ourselves in the growth, people's growth. We are doing quite a lot campaigns talking about the administration. We are visiting the universities and inviting the young people to come to do the internships, or even when they finish the universities, join us, and not to be afraid to join the junior level positions, because as we are growing fast, the growth opportunities are really realistic and fast with us. And talking about the flying personnel, we also investing our efforts and investing time and money to our people. We are doing for pilots and cabin crew license validations, which motivates the people come back to the Europe for different countries where they were flying or doing living their lives. Of course, we are actively doing the cadet programs. We're also growing our young generation and inviting to join us and get the wide range of experience. And of course, we are not saying not for really wide experience having professionals, because they are really a huge asset for us as well, to bring their insights, to bring their experience, and to help us develop together with everybody.
Now, on the aspect of staying competitive, now, of course, KlasJet has that unique dual business profile of being an ACMI provider as well as a VIP air charter service provider as well. Now, what are some of the measures that you're taking to stay competitive, especially in attracting and retaining top talent in the market and in the industry?
Of course. We are all the time trying to select the people who are going together with our goal and mission, because when you are selecting a strong team who are visionaries together with the organization, you can achieve a lot. And the sample of last year showed that for sure the team hard work can do a lot and move the mountains. So this is a core thing what we are trying to highlight to the current employees and for newcomers. Of course, the branding and marketing is also a very important aspect. When you are visible, there is higher chances that somebody will recognize you, follows you, and find something attractive to join you. So this concentration is also important for us. And of course, we are looking for motivated people, because the person with burning eyes can, with even less knowledge than it's required, can do a lot.
Fantastic. Now, this next question here is going to be a bit of a double-edged sword that I'm going to pass on to you, Sandra. On one aspect, what are some of the exciting projects and developments happening in KlasJet? And can you share some examples of employee success stories or career advancements that have happened in KlasJet?
Of course. Of course, I cannot, open all the cards over there because especially working with exclusive clients and projects is required some silence time to time. But I believe that the current project, what we are doing from, let's say, VAP side, it's very exciting even for us as employees currently working here. We are preparing the BBJ aircraft in our fleet, so it will be really exceptional, unique, and attention worth aircraft. So far, KlasJet never had such a nice and unique aircraft in our fleet, so we are really excited about that. And talking about the ACMI, of course, our biggest project and concentration right now is the expansion, because we are never stopping. We are never, for us, it's never enough. So that's why we are also planning to expand over there as well. Talking about the career stories, as I said, we are really engaging people. Find themselves within the KlasJet. So we have the stories when the people growing from junior, let's say, level, within a year they're reaching the specialist, really competitive and wide knowledge specialist position guys. So we engaging the people to grow together with us, even though that they are joining, let's say, in financial position, and they are finding themselves that it's boring, it's not for them, and so on. We are not leaving them in peace. We are trying to find in other departments the opportunities for them, and we are challenging to try them something new and find something inspiring and interesting for them.
Fantastic. Now, this final question here from a member of our audience, I believe, wraps everything together very nicely for those who are interested and keen in taking on a position in KlasJet. In particular, the question is, what is the process for applying to job openings in KlasJet, and what advice then would you have for applicants? So, Sandra, over to you.
So the process to apply, it cannot be easier than it is. Just visit our career, find the best match of your expectation and qualities, and click the button apply. So that's it. We will come back to you. We will give you a call. We will chat a bit to find your personality, and even we will try to advise you where we would see you the best. So the process is like this, and the advice would be to clever evaluate and find out what you really want, and logically think if your capabilities are matching the requirements of the position. If these, let's say, 2 or 3 ticks are ticked in your list, so I think so it will be no objections to join us.
Fantastic. Well, Sandra, thank you so much for your answers and really giving us that insight into the role that KlasJet plays in bridging together the world of ACMI and private charter flights.
Thank
Now,
you.
for the enthusiastic members of our audience who are looking to broaden their horizons and to be part of a team that creates bold and adventurous travel experiences, then Skylland is your destination. Skylland is a globally recognized air charter broker offering a wide range of corporate, private, and group charter services. With its global footprint spanning Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, Skylland is dedicated to providing premium, personalized travel experiences. Joining us now to speak more about Skylland, its global operations and career opportunities is Vilma Wojciech-Knighter. She's the Chief Executive Officer, as well as Alina Aksamaitite, the HR Manager, and David McDonald, Business Development Consultant. So, Vilma, over to you to open our presentation. Vilma, we're going to jump in there and advise you to unmute yourself for the presentation.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone who's still there, who's watching us. We haven't said a word yet, but we had the first applicant who just texted me a couple of minutes ago and sent the resume to Alina. So first of all, it's a bit unplanned, but I want to use the opportunity to thank ASG colleagues for this amazing initiative, helping us to find those people we are looking for. And for all those behind the scenes who worked hard for a couple of months to make this happen, thank you, everyone. This means a lot for all of us. And yeah, I'm jumping to my presentation. So what makes Skylland's different kind of animal in the jungle? Okay, so I need to change the slides. I don't know how to do it properly. Can someone help me? Okay, so what makes us different animal? This is our most valuable asset. It's our people who are so different, who are in different time zones, in different countries with different cultural backgrounds. So we complete each other with different and the best human qualities we have. And the Skylland is the company who does everything for their people so they can focus on our beloved clients and our beloved partners. So, okay, finally I found how to switch the slide. So our partners and our clients call us trusted partners. And this is based on the qualities we have. So if you are looking for a sign to change your career path, if you're looking for a sign to build something exciting, to join new adventure, this is it. This is the time you've been waiting, for quite long. Become a Skylancer, join the most exciting part of aviation, business aviation. If you have that Hakuna Matata mindset, so now's the time to jump into business aviation jungle where the most exciting adventure begins. This is very, very short intro, as we should bear in mind timing. But I'm on social media. I'm on LinkedIn. My phone number is public. So if you want to chat more, if you want to hear more what we do at Skylland, how we do, who we are, meet our people, just feel free to text us. Feel free to call us. Just give us a shout and we are there to discuss more. And now I'm passing the word to David, so the floor is yours.
Thank you, Vilma. Thank you, Michael. Right, okay, I'll go to my slide, which is this one. Okay, right, so Michael, first of all, I'd like to say that I think that today you have saved the best for last, because really being a charter broker is one of the most exciting careers that anybody could ever consider. What is a broker? What is a private jet broker, a private airliner broker? Well, I fell into it a long time ago by accident. And ever since then, people have said to me, how did you get into this really interesting industry? And to be honest, it was accident. But people listening today can do it intentionally. It is the most exciting career that you have never heard of. Nobody's going to tell you at school or college, become an air charter broker. But it is genuinely the most exciting career that anybody could consider. So what makes it so interesting? Well, and why am I still in it after more than 20 years? I'll go back. I hit the wrong slide. Well, really, I mean, what we've got is you have a globally there are thousands of aircraft available for hire of all types in every country of the world. They're available. Globally, we have thousands of people, high net worth individuals, companies that need to hire aircraft for their business or for leisure. So there's these two things side by side: thousands of aircraft, thousands of customers, people who want to use them. How do you put them together? There is no app. There is no, well, some apps try. There is no, it is still a marketplace where clients need a human that they can rely on, who is independent, who will get them the aircraft that they're looking for. So our job, the job of a broker, is to take these thousands of clients and introduce them to thousands of aircraft that are available and match the specific client to the specific aircraft that meets their needs on that day. So it's a matching exercise in a huge marketplace, a global marketplace, with really, really some of the most interesting customers. Now, so what this means is that for us is that our fleet effectively is the global fleet. Every aircraft worldwide is ours. We can access it, and it's constantly changing. New aircraft arrive every month, every week, every day. New aircraft available, new Gulfstream, new Global Express, new helicopters. Our fleet is constantly refreshing, which is so satisfying for us because we are always able to give our customers the very best and the newest aircraft, and often at the best prices too. So we match this. We have a fantastic fleet of aircraft which is constantly growing globally, which we don't need to buy. We're using other people's assets. And really what that means is that when a client asks us for advice, they may say, I mean, I had this client say to me once, often they would say, this may not be possible. Well, in our world, everything is possible. Whatever a client wants, wherever they want it, in terms of aviation, we can find a solution. And really what a charter broker is doing often is making the impossible happen every day. And then from that, our clients really appreciate us for it. And when a client comes to you thinking something might not be possible and you make it happen, they love it. And that client feedback, that client appreciation is one of the things that makes it such a satisfying career, because those clients really value what we do. So, I mean, it sounds fairly simple. I mean, as I've described it, you have aircraft, you have customers. Well, the really interesting thing about charter broking is it's not simple. And what that means is that there's a lot of variety of skills that come into play, a lot of skills. And so it's a real learning opportunity. It's an opportunity for people to come in who have existing skills and learn new skills. It's an opportunity to learn multiple disciplines, learning about, first of all, learning about the customers. Who are they? Banking industry, sports industry, film, music, oil and gas. Our client base, learn about the client base. That's fascinating. Secondly, learn about how to sell to people. How do you find someone? How do you introduce yourself? Learning sales skills. You may have them. If you have them, great. If you don't have them, we can teach you. So you're learning about the customers. You're learning how to sell. The next thing you have to learn, what are all these aircraft? What do they do? Helicopters. What are they all about? Small private jets, big private jets, VIP private jets with bedrooms, Global Expresses, Gulfstreams, Boeings, the aircraft that you hear every day of the week. We have to know each of these intimately, every product. So a broker learns about the whole aviation spectrum. It's really, and you really develop a total and complete understanding of the aviation industry. In fact, a famous social media aircraft sales guy recently commented on his channel that Steve Arsano comments, and he's a great expert in aircraft industry, and he recently commented that if you want to learn about aviation, become a charter broker. And Steve said that, and he's not a broker, and he recognized that charter broking is the place to learn about the industry and to learn about clients. And so, you know, it's multiple disciplines that are learned, and you know what you become as a broker is you become a great aviation all-rounder. You become an expert in every aspect of aviation, operating to unusual airfields, unusual destinations. You know the world, you know the aviation industry, you know all about it. And also it's an opportunity to learn lifelong business skills. These are basic lifelong business skills which we're applying: selling, client care, getting things done. And we have to be experts at all of those. So as a career, it is multifaceted and always fascinating. So you've learned it, you've become a broker. Then what happens next is that you've got the basics, and then people start to specialize. And the specialization is the other fascinating part about this industry, because you may feel that you want to specialize in the music industry. You want to specialize in the sports industry. You like the film industry. You like finance, banking, corporate world. You like royal families. You like government work. Whatever it is, or it might be a certain geographical reason that flicks your switch. It might be you want to really get into the Middle East or Africa or North America or Asia. And so what then happens is having the basic skills and understanding the clients, then people specialize in the area that really interests them most of all. And that's where broking becomes really exciting, because you then become the expert in that area, whether it's an area of aviation or an area of the world. So becoming a specialist, becoming an expert in that sector is hugely satisfying as well, and part of what makes it a very, very interesting long-term career. So going on, in summary, really, a charter broker career is so diverse that you end up it's a great, well-rounded professional development, because it's learning about business, and it's applying business skills, but in a really interesting environment. We are not selling boring stuff. We are selling really exciting aircraft, the best VIP aircraft. We are selling flights in the most interesting countries of the world, all continents of the world. And we are selling them to, like I said, really exciting people. So it's basic. It's being excellent at basic business skills and learning all business skills, but applying them in a really exciting environment. Now, you know, who comes into this industry? You may know nothing about aviation. It doesn't matter. If you can sell anything, we can teach you how to sell this. You can sell this product. It's such an interesting, exciting product or service. You may have no sales experience, but if you have the basic enthusiasm to learn and enthusiasm for what we do, we can teach you how to sell. You can learn. And you may have aviation experience, and you can apply your specific aviation experience into charter broking, which is what I did, because I started out in the private jet sector. And then when I moved into broking, my world expanded massively, because all of a sudden I wasn't just selling the 20 aircraft that I had on my fleet. I was selling every aircraft in the world. So if you're an aviation person, this is a chance for you to really take your aviation skills and expand them globally. So whether you're a salesperson, an aviation person, or you know nothing, you would really enjoy coming into this industry because of the diversity of what we do. And of course, we have international clients, we have international travel, and the clients, for me, one of the reasons that keeps me buzzing about this for so long is that our clients are the leaders in what they do. They are the best at what they do. They are the best in finance. They are the best in sports. They are the best in entertainment industry. And when you have somebody who is so good at what they do, who is an industry leader in what they do, and they often be the chief executive, people at the top of that organization. And when you work for someone like that, and they think that you're doing a good job, that client feedback, that positive client feedback, is the ultimate job satisfaction. Because knowing that these people that are excellent in their own field value us for what we do and value us as aviation experts is hugely satisfying. And that's what gets you out of bed every day. Now, so to summarize, amazing clients, amazing aircraft, any aircraft in the world, we touch them all. No 2 days are the same as a charter broker. You never know what someone's going to ask you for. They might want an aircraft in South America. You might get a Middle Eastern client wanting an aircraft in South America. You might get an American client wanting an aircraft in the Middle East or China. We never know what the inquiry is going to come in, but we always know that we can find a solution, and we always know that the client will thank us hugely afterwards for having found that solution and made it happen. Now, warning, it's an addictive career. Once you get into it, you don't want to leave. I've worked with dozens and dozens of people over my time, and I don't know anybody that's ever said to me, I want to get out of this industry. Once you get into this part of the industry, into charter broking, it's highly addictive and hugely satisfying. And it really is a very well-rounded career, very exciting career, fantastic products, fantastic clients. And if anybody's thinking about doing it, I highly recommend it, because it got me when I was young, and I'm still doing it all these years later. And with Vilma, we have a very dynamic, very creative chief executive. And with Avia Solutions Group, we have a hugely powerful and creative organization behind us, which really says a lot when we're talking to our clients. So the brand is great, the leadership is great, the and the growth strategy is open and flexible. So really, it's if you were thinking about getting into aviation, think about becoming a broker with Skylland, because it could be the best thing you ever did. So I will now hand over to Alina to tell you more about how the recruitment process goes. But think about it, go for it. I highly recommend it.
Thank you, David, and a very good day to all attendees. And on the top of what my colleagues mentioned before, our plans getting bigger. That's why we're on the hunt for the talents and gems constantly. We practice easy path for the recruitment process. All you need just to apply via career page, have the interview with the human resources and management team, and everything is set to hit the road. For our company, distance is not important for the collaboration. Whole recruitment process will be smooth, easy, despite the fact of the time zones, regions, as we provide all support you need to be one of us. From you, we just need your most valuable skills, the hunger for the adventure, to be goal oriented, what can stand as I came, I saw, I conquered, and be able to put all ducks in a row, as business aviation requires attention to the details and organizational skills, and you're one of us. And yes, still apply if you do not have one of those skills. Our company is committed to our employees for the additional trainings and professional growth opportunities if only you need them. So everything is set up. We shake the hands and you are one of us. What to expect?
Everything is organized. Even your first week is already organized with the internal trainings, meetings, setting the goals, plans, etc. We support our newcomers, so each new employee has the mentor. He is there for you to make the adaptation period as smooth as possible. And yes, once you're an independent colleague of ours, we will make sure that you will get all benefits what we can offer, such as annual health insurance, on-site gym, and others. Skylland is committed to the work-life balance as well for our employees. So on the top, that we're flexible. When your work hour starts or end, you will get the additional 5 days paid of annual leave. And what I want to add for the end, do not be afraid of challenges. Be open to opportunities and you will succeed. And Skylland is an opportunity to make your career path successful. Thank you.
Well, fantastic. Vilma, Alina, David, thank you for sharing that story and overview of Skylland, as well as the spectrum of opportunities that one can experience as an air charter broker. So again, we'll be taking our final round of questions. So to viewers in our audience, just go to slido.com and use the event code #CareerExpo 2024. And we will be getting through your questions in this final time that we have available. Now, for this first question here, expanding on something that was mentioned in the presentation about, experiencing the full spectrum of the industry, Vilma, I'm going to direct this to you. And in particular, the question is, what are the current trends and future outlooks for the aviation industry? And how is Skylland's positioned to thrive in this environment? So, Vilma, to you.
Well, maybe the main trend at the moment that the sexiest part of aviation, business aviation, is becoming more and more popular. People want to fly more privately, want to charter more, which is very exciting. That means that we need more epic people in our company and in the industry. So we're very open and we are waiting for those gems, those uncut, gems in there to join us so we can polish them and we can do the best.
Fantastic. Now, switching over to David, something that you spoke about, getting this experience all over the world. Now, in particular, this question is asking, are there opportunities to work on international projects and assignments internationally within Skylland? So, David, maybe you can expand on this one for us.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. I mean, our clients come from all over the world. The flights that they need to organize are all over the world. We touch, we're carrying out projects in South America, North America, Africa, Middle East, Asia, you name it. So, and in the nature of aviation, okay, we're not jumping on a plane every day, but we are working in these markets every day, and we are finding new clients in these markets every day, and we are finding clients all over the world. And as part of that, part of our job is to get close to our customers. So we have to go and visit these people over time. So the natural job of a charter broker is that in time you go and visit your customers. You got a good client, you fly out, you go and see them, you sit down, you go and see them face to face. So yes, I mean, in a digital world, face to face is still very important to our customers. So we are going to see our clients. We expect our teams to go and see their customers. I actively encourage it. I say, look, you got a great client there. Get on a plane, go and see them. That's how you build long-term relationships. Go and see them face to face. And so face to face is very much part of what we do. And of course, apart from the face to face with customers, there is a whole international world of trade shows that we're involved in as well. And part of our job is that we have to be present at those trade shows too, to meet new prospective clients and also to network within the aviation industry. So yeah, I mean, face to face is very important. We expect our people to be able to get on a plane, go and see clients, and build those relationships face to face. And that again is one of the really exciting part of this job because the world is our oyster.
Fantastic. The world definitely is our oyster. Now, just looking at Alina, you mentioned about those who want to face a challenge. Skylance is a place for them. What qualities and skills are you particularly looking for in potential candidates? So, Alina, over to you with this question. Alina, we'd just like to let you know that you need to unmute.
Perfect, thank you. So first, I would like to highlight maybe three most successful skills what you will succeed with. So this is the great communicational skills. As we build relationship between clients for the long time term, who will respond to the client's needs, we can do attitude and professional manner. As David mentioned, we're going to the clients just face to face, we're on meeting remotely and other. So the second one, I guess I will highlight like an I can't learn, as each business case is very unique, especially if you don't have any aviation experience. Any branch of aviation requires commitment and adheres to the procedures and rules. So if you are very eager, if you're eager to learn, it will help you to succeed in this role. And of course, can do attitude, as organization of charter flights is very different and challenging. And we're all looking for those who will find the solution to maybe unsolved or seemingly impossible requirement.
Fantastic. Now, for this next question here is, expanding more on David, something that you spoke about. In particular, what are the career growth paths that are available to employees who do join Skylance? And, can you share some success stories? So I'm just going to open this question to the full panel. David, we can start with you.
David, you're muted.
Okay, like I said, the specialization is a large part of it. People. What you tend to find is that some brokers will say, "I don't want to get into management. I just want to be a broker. I want to stick to my sector. I want to be the sports expert. I want to be the music expert. I want to be the film expert." And some people just want to stick to the bit that excites them most, and that is fine. However, if you want to becoming a manager, teams need managers. So brokers can become team leaders. Brokers become managers. Brokers can become chief executives. Most chief executives have started on the shop floor in aviation. So really, there's two paths. Some people just want to be really good at what they do and become an industry expert in that sector. But for those people who want a career path, they can go down that route. And I've had some individuals in the past who were selling non-aviation products before they came into aviation, and they are now working. People that I brought in and trained and helped develop, and they're now working at C-level in private aviation companies. So they've gone from knowing nothing about private aviation, selling completely unrelated product, to being leaders in the industry. So it can be what you want it to be, and it can be where you want it to be, because you might decide you want to be doing that from your own country, or you might decide, actually, you know what, I really want to be your man in Singapore. And so the opportunities are so wide that whatever you want to do, the opportunity is there for you wherever you want to take your career down the line.
And Vilma, any words from you on that regard, as well as on the aspect of career success stories within the company?
Of course, I just want to warn everyone, aviation is very contagious, especially business aviation. Once you get in, you will never want to go back. So it's like living in Wonderland. So, we have so much different and so much success stories within the group, not only in the Skylands. Michael, you are a success story as well, you know, and there are plenty people, you know, who started as interns and they are, you know, professionals today. They're doing great job. Some of them, you know, are managers. Some of them are, you know, best sales person. You know, some of marketing evangelist, I would say. You know, so there are so many good stories. You just need to grab the opportunity to join one of our companies, no matter if it's Skylland, KlasJet, whatever. Just, you know, take this opportunity, come here, you know, get, you know, infected, and, you know, the world is yours.
Fantastic. Now, for this next question, which is rather intriguing from our audience here, Alina, I'm going to pass this over to you. And it's asking, how does Skylland support work-life balance and employee well-being in the aviation industry, especially keeping in mind the aspect that irregular hours may be involved? So, Alina, any words from you?
Alina, you're muted.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, every time I forget. So we have very flexible culture here, as we have as startuppers has. So we are client driven. We are not set out for the office, and our employees, while our employees meet our clients' needs, so we will meet our employees' needs as they are our internal clients as well. So we're very flexible for it.
I would jump here in, you know, and add that Skylance actually is the example that company could be based on work-life balance. And we are, as managers, you know, do all we can to make Skylance as comfortable, as good to work in, so our employees can focus and dedicate themselves, you know, fully to our clients. So we changing, you know, according to our, you know, colleagues' needs. So we are actually people company. We are people company for people, to make them happy, to make them satisfied with what they do, so they can do, you know, the best they can for our clients.
Fantastic. Now, to bring everything together to close off our Q&A session here, could you, and I'm going to open this panel, this question to all members in the panel, could you share insight into what individuals could expect once they join Skylland? So, Alina, let's start with you.
Adventure, open-minded culture. We're here for us, and you will be here for our clients and for the successful stories.
And David, some words from you?
I think that you will, if you come into charter broking, you will end up working very closely with clients at such a high level that you never thought that you would ever work with those kind of people in your life. You will be working for princes. You will be genuinely working for major corporations of the world. You will be genuinely working for, you know, intimately working closely with customers you never dreamed, brands that you know about, and exciting clients you never knew existed. Because we all know the big brand names, but a lot of our customers are completely unknown, under the radar. They've got a lot of money, they're hugely successful, and then you end up working with them. And that is it. You end up working with people you never knew, who are extremely interesting, that you never knew existed.
And Vilma, final word from you.
You know, joining such a company, it's like, you know, traveling around the world. Even, you know, if you spend a day in the office, so you start your morning, you know, working with Asian clients, then you jump to Europe, then you maybe jump to Africa, then you ended up in Americas. And it's so dynamic. So you can speak, you know, multiple languages, you know, every single day. You meet different people, you celebrate different memorable days. You know, you learn a lot, not only about the business but about the world itself. It's so exciting. You know, it's like living in wonderland, but I'm repeating myself. You know, You will never ever find anything, anywhere like here.
Fantastic. Well, Vilma, Alina, and David, thank you so much for your answers and really giving us and our audience the full scope of adventures and opportunities that are on the horizon for Skylland. And that brings us to the end of our event today. And as we draw the curtains on this enlightening online event, I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to all our viewers who joined us today. Thank you to each and every one of you for being a part of this Career Expo hosted by Avia Solutions Group. And a special thanks goes out to our esteemed speakers from Avion Express, FL Technics Indonesia, SmartLynx Airlines, KlasJet, and Skylland, who shared their insight into their companies and the actions that you can take towards the next steps of your careers in aviation. So if you'd like to know more, you can get into contact with any one of the speakers or the companies they represented. Please do so by contacting info@aviasg.com, or you can visit career.aviasg.com to find out more. You'll also be getting an email after the event with more information that you can follow up on to begin your career steps within Avia Solutions Group and within aviation. Once again, thank you for joining us for this Career Expo. And until we meet again, take care, stay inspired, thank you, and goodbye.